It is time.
Paul McCartney and Wings, Good Night Tonight here on Galaxy Jams Reacts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't say, this sounds like something the Avalanches would sample.
Yes.
Don't say.
Don't get too tired for love. Don't let it end. Don't say goodnight to love. It may never be the same again. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it.
I like those little like guitar synth cheeps.
You can say anything.
Yeah.
But don't say goodnight tonight.
Oh my god, it sounds like a funk band right now.
Don't say
Right?
it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say
I like that little tuft of hair in front of his forehead.
So, Mike, what do you think?
It sounds like a band that is playing right now, today. It sounds so new. And I was listening to the bass line. It sounds like a lot of like the Motet or like Wolfpack or like Lettuce. Like, it's like kind of like a sensibility where it's more like dance oriented funk with like a lot of like cool little fills every now and then. And it's really well mixed for the time that it was recorded. And I liked how, even though it's from like 1975, it looks like they're doing like a throwback. When they recorded it, they wanted to throw things back to like the 50s or something, especially looking at that crazy
It's like
microphone.
the 30s.
Yeah.
And it was 1979, yeah. The 1930s actually is that kind of look that they were going for.
Thank you, EJ.
You're welcome.
That's interesting.
I like to put
Paul
the timestamp down.
Paul McCartney is my favorite post Beatles Beatle.
Mm-hmm.
In the long run, George Harrison's first album is obviously the best one, but in the long run, Paul is my favorite Beatle, and he's a Beatle. He's in the clubs. This is pre-disco, 1975.
1979,
he's already
yeah.
in the coolest place. Yeah, he's in disco clubs. He's listening to this. Mm-hmm. You can hear let's make dance grooves, like
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
And
He
it's
was up
interesting.
in the club. He was up in the club.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting you guys are talking about mixed for its time. It sounds well mixed even for today, like the bass coming through and everything. It doesn't sound like, if I heard this right now, I wouldn't think, this sounds old, or this sounds like, it was mixed by like old machines. It sounds pretty good.
Well, it's probably because one of the things is since the Beatles and everything really came up with a lot of different ways to record things.
Yeah.
They're kind of invented that with,
They had a few tricks.
They had a lot of tricks, and he kept
They literally
exploring that.
invented
Yeah.
music. I'm just joking.
He kept exploring that, and would get the best stuff at the time and push it to its limits. And that's the thing also I like about Paul McCartney too, is that just he can play any style. He's he's just proficient at lots of instruments and writing and scoring and everything he does. And he's always been a huge influence on me.
And he's my friend Andy Crota's boss. So
Oh yeah.
can you imagine? Can you imagine if Paul McCartney was your boss?
That'd be
like
great.
that's who you had to go to work for every day.
What does your friend Andy do for
Well.
Paul McCartney?
That's the last we're going to talk on that subject.
All right. So this song also reached
I'm done.
this song also reached number 5 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and the UK singles
Yeah.
chart. So it really was a certified banger.
Yeah, absolutely. And the crazy thing about it,
Certified banger.
crazy thing about it was an instrumental track that he just wrote and kind of shelved, and then he needed something, so he got everybody to come in and wings it up a bit, and that's what he did. There's like an extended, like 7.5-minute version of this song, but this one's only 4.5. This is the actual one. That
Both Wings and Paul McCartney get sampled a lot.
A lot.
I
Yeah.
hear them. I hear little snippets in things pretty frequently, and there's a reason for that. It's because they're. I mean, the guy's. He's a Beatle. He's a genius.
the goats.
May he live 1,000.
Yeah.
May he live 1,000 years.
Absolutely, I'm there with you.
He kind of looks like he's in the Addams Family in that one shot. Ooh, it's like flamenco
The
guitar.
flamenco guitar solo.
He was also not afraid to get weird during this period of his career. Let's use all the new toys in the studio.
Yes.
Don't get too tired for love.
Ooh, the drums are tight. Nice hi-hat work.
When we're done with this, I'm going to either make my own or find the remix edit that this needs.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight.
Boom.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight. Don't say it.
Love how he layered all the weird vocal synths on top.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
His belting voice is awesome. The
Yes.
crunchiness, because I sing a lot like that, and so when I hear other people, I'm like, man, that's so good.
Yeah, I always loved his crunchy, screamy voice that he can do. I mean, it's just incredible.
I love it.
I mean, really, for 1979, like he was putting in all that stuff.
It holds up to today. It really does. That was your pick, right, EJ?
Yeah,
It's
one
a
of
really
them,
good pick.
Yeah, and DJ Airwolf, you mentioned that interlude where they were coming in with the percussion, right? And how that was kind of unusual, especially with like a song this big. And like I think that it's doing something like that, like the choices that Paul McCartney made in the song, it's kind of choices that you can only make because you're already so successful that like you're doing it just for the love of making music and not because you're trying to be like commercially successful, which is how
Yeah,
a lot
dude,
of really,
I think all Paul, John, and George were fearless for a decade. I mean, they had nothing to prove.
Well, even
And I think in all three cases they did nothing but win. I mean,
right.
But even think about, they did 14 albums in 7 years back when the Beatles, and because they stopped touring, so they just went to the recording studio and went insane, and think about how much they changed from in 7 years, from kind of what was considered a boy band back then to just the most crazy
Sgt. Pepper's.
psychedelic, I mean. They're kind of almost like the first brown music band ever.
Right.
They just did what they wanted to do, and just brought in every kind of influence they ever heard, and an incredible band.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you can only make music that strange if like you're so successful that you don't give a shit, or you're not trying to be successful at all, so you don't give a shit,
You're just doing
and
what
you're
you
just
want.
doing whatever the hell you want.
It's funny. John Lennon said of this song that he said to Paul, he's like, I don't really care for the song, but your bass line's good. They always had to have those kind of comments to each other because they were writing partners. Yeah, the song's okay,
like
but your bass line's really good. I
That
like your bass
backhanded
line.
British
Yeah.
humor.
Oh yeah.
I saw this video of Paul McCartney meeting Ozzy Osbourne for the first time, and it was like so funny how they were just like, doing like little swings at each other,
yeah.
just in that
Super
very brief
British humor.
moment. Yes, very British.
I'd love to see.